The content of the following program is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is no way intended to demean or to hurt anyone's feelings. If you still feel hurt by a content, then please use this burnout and STFU. Sorry that felt you.
When the ancient city of Rome was ravaged by fire for 6 continuous days, its ruler, Nero Claudius, was playing fiddle in peace. We all know this story, but the part which we don't know is that after the fire destroying 70% of Rome and then subsided, Nero still exists to continue as the ruler of that place. The inefficient sadistic emperor then blamed the Christians for the cause of the fire, where Christianity was an obscurely growing religion at that part of the time. The hate did not just stop with blaming, but he also got many Christians arrested and executed. In spite of his narcissistic and inefficient behavior, Claudius Nero still managed to complete his reign by blaming others whenever he is guilty. You guessed me wrong. I am not metaphoring this with Modi. At least not just with Modi, but there are a bunch of fiddles are being played all around the country and some are playing cymbals too. Vanakkam dear friends, I am Samaniyan Shigam and welcome to my show.
There's celebration going on throughout the country amid the COVID situation. Am I freaking kidding? Trust me guys, why would I? There's a photoshoot parade with trucks in Madhya Pradesh organized by BJP ministers. To make the photoshoot more authentic, told that they've also arranged dead bodies to fill the trucks for the shoot. Oh yes, they are dead body trucks. You would have thought they are corona relief trucks, didn't you? Well, it could at least have been ambulances, but Sangis come to you only after you die, cause that's when you can't complain, right? Another lad from Surat went to hospital with a bottle and started pouring the content on every dying patient's mouth. Later, the attendants found out that it was Gaumutra and he successfully managed to evade the scene. The corporate seeing this has released Gaumutra of 3 different various fruit flavors. I wanna know, how did they get this? Did they feed oranges to the cow? Damn you, big boys. Well, the Bhakths did not just stop with Gaumutra. They also stole a story of a Belgian martyr, a senior woman who gave away her hospital bed for younger generations to survive, went home and died. But as our oversmart Bhakths shared the image of an elderly RSS man and plagiarized the story. Surprisingly, the RSS hag didn't even die. Thank you for the fact checkers who found this before the Bhakths did. Otherwise, that man in the pig would have been dead by now. Bhakths will go to any extreme, you know. Another couple of celebrations happened in Uttar Pradesh for setting up an oxygen plant and oximeters. And yes, they are not for dying people, but indeed for the cows that helped BJP to win elections in Hindi heartland. Of course, everyone has their priority. Yogi has got to save his precious winning tickets. But the question rising there is, if all the people die, then who will check these oximeters? Yogi did not just stop with that. There's an order in Uttar Pradesh saying that people who speak about scarcity of medical facility will be prosecuted and their properties will be confiscated. Dude, how can you? Ever since your capitalistic regime came, the middle class becoming pauper. How can you confiscate the property that people don't even have? Amid such anti-democratic orders, comedian Rahul Vohra has tweeted that he's admitted in Delhi Lal Bagh and he's helpless. He needs help. Will Yogi punish him now? Well, I don't think so, cause the 35-year-old Rahul passed away seeking for medical help, writing in social media. These Neros ridiculously trying to silence media and people during this life or death situation. What do they think it is? Another riot against Muslims where libbus comes for their help? Well, it seems like that the brat who is an MP from Bangalore South can't help but spreading communal hatred. Reading out 16 health workers' names who are particularly Muslim and framing them responsible for the mishaps in the war room. All it took was a love letter from Shashi Tharoor to make him stage the apology drama. These hate spreaders who apologize are much more dangerous. How can they undo the spreaded hate with a sorry? If they ever are guilty, they've got to undo the ruckus by spreading love, but how can they spread what they never had? While the head of hates, the prime Nero is building his residence by increasing the budget of Central Vista project to 20,000 crores, people are angry that he's exploiting the PM care funds. Well, who are they kidding? The man loves photos and peacock. Besides, he never wanted to reduce a penny from his 600 crore security budget. When everyone is dying from short of supplies, from whom is he seeking protection anyway? Simple, he doesn't want to protect the people but just wants his own protection from dying people's money. I won't be surprised if Bhakths call all this condition is nothing but Modi's masterstroke to control a population which Nehru failed to do. Well, actually not everyone are suffering. One of the Hamare though, Mr. Ambani, has bought the Country Club of England for 600 plus crore while the people in India are begging for oxygen cylinders. The other one is overwhelmed by the press release of 37% wealth growth in Adani and Co. Well, it's not like there's no serious events anywhere. In fact, our Bhakths are protesting throughout the nation, not for the medical aid, not demanding people's care, but they want Bengal CM Mamata Banerjee's resignation in reference to Bengal violence. Even though the violence happened during the election code of conduct period under the governor's rule, Governor Jagdeep Dhankar has submitted that he has devolved the responsibility over to the CM. So the Bhakths intactly wants justice only from Mamata, as out of 25 deaths since election, only 9 are right-wingers whereas 16 are Mamata supporters. Since India has no other problem but Mamata being elected by the people, someone tell Jagdeep that he can transfer power but he cannot transfer allegations. Or can he? Union Health Minister Harshvardhan has set up a beautiful example by not wearing mask to a crowded protest site against Mamata. Well, he's gotta keep himself busy so that no one would ask him about the 200 plus bodies floating in Ganga river, right? Bhakths are also standing with a group of people who has been victimized, well, 80 years ago, the Zionist Israelis. After Rana Ayub had tweeted video of the violent eviction of Palestinian Muslims from Al-Aqsa Mosque on Ramadan night, Bhakths have seized this opportunity to divert the social media from exposing India's condition and started trending #WeStandWithYouIsrael. First, they supported swastikan Hitler. In 1947, Sanghi stood with Britain, and in 2021 with Israel. Fuck us, when the hell will you ever stand with India? The Bhakths have gone way too loyal and sincerely started spreading photos of suffering Palestinian children as Israeli one. But sadly, I got this pic from a libbu who was doing the same job. It's obvious the oppressors will stand with injustice. But our doubt arises, what will they actually do? Cheerlead the massacre? Well, in that case, the job is going to be very difficult. The Palestinians have lost over 90% of the country since 1948, yet look at them, so peaceful and smiley. No matter how hard life gets, they fucking never stop smiling, bro. Well, we won't be getting these forages anymore as the media houses of Palestine are bombed by Israel along with 140 civilians including 39 children as this year's Ramadan gift. The Twitter may have permanently removed Kangna's account, but they can't erase her legacy. The claim Kangna made that the floating bodies of Ganga are not actually from India but from Nigeria is spreading like wildfire in Twitter. The mistress of nepotism have once again proved that she cannot be exterminated. Since the Modi and Co is insisting us to find little happiness and spread positivity despite the Armageddon happening around us, let me just try to end the show with a positive note. All the astrologers who predicted Stalin's loss have challenged to change their job as a wagger that if their predictions go wrong. Now those people are in silent mode. Well, you don't have to quit your job, guys. People now know your technical skills. They'll reward you fairly. Some opportunistic chameleons are now claiming that God has made 80 Stalin to win because his wife did the necessary rituals. The right-wingers who were sure that no one from DMK will ever become CM again have changed their topics and started criticizing the Stalin's Realizing Election Manifesto. Particularly the free ride for all women in local buses. When this manifesto has been released, they criticized this isn't possible. Now when it's realized, these people are going crazy that government is at loss. Well, these intellects will never realize the true meaning of growth. The woman who goes to job every day in a bus are now saving their travel fare. They only utter the word woman empowerment but doesn't support a scheme where a working woman can save up to 2,000 every month. Just remember guys, when you wanna put a smile on people's face, be like Stalin and not like Netanyahu. Soon we shall meet in another interesting show. Until then, I'm signing off, your Samaniyan. Thank you. Vanakkam.